Star Wars: The Last Jedi somehow managed to keep pre-release details shrouded in secrecy, and that caused fans to dream up their own unusual theories and speculations before even buying a ticket. Considering that at 2.5 hours, The Last Jedi is the longest franchise entry to date, there's a lot to look forward to that no amount of teasers could possibly spoil. But some of the behind-the-scenes details surrounding the movie were guarded a little less carefully. From Easter egg reveals to production conflicts, as well as even one or two plot-related scoops that came through a little earlier than expected. Here's what you might not know about Episode 8. One Last Stand. Due to the unexpected passing of actress Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia's planned appearance in Episode 9 became a point of major speculation for fans. Given that her part in the next film was supposed to be enhanced, the loss made some fans wonder whether the filmmakers might digitally insert her into Episode 9 like they had in Rogue One. Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy, however, dispelled rumors of a potential CGI Leia appearance in Episode 9 and said that The Last Jedi will mark Princess Leia's last physical appearance in the Star Wars universe. Perhaps it's a fitting final stand for Fisher because, as director Rian Johnson has since revealed, she was instrumental in his scriptwriting process for the picture. Johnson said that while developing Episode 8, he'd go to her house and talk with her about the script. What resulted were a kind of stream of consciousness jazz poetry sessions, and that their conversations usually led to changes in the script, such as in the dialogue. Considering a large portion of Fisher's non-Star Wars career was spent doctoring screenplays like this, The Last Jedi sounds like it'll feature a culmination of her many talents. Actor objections. It's no secret that Mark Hamill hasn't been entirely pleased with the process of bringing Star Wars back for the new trilogy. First, he was disappointed over his lack of screen time in The Force Awakens and its treatment of Han Solo, and now he's taken umbrage with Rian Johnson's vision for The Last Jedi. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Hamill said that he confronted Johnson about his thoughts on the script and told him, "I pretty much fundamentally disagree with every choice you've made for this character." Luckily for Johnson, though, Hamill wasn't put off enough to walk away, and instead, he told the writer-director, "Having said that, I have gotten it off my chest, and my job now is to take what you've created and do my best to realize your vision." So even though The Last Jedi will feature a Luke Skywalker that Luke Skywalker himself doesn't approve of, at least the actor will be giving it his best effort. Unique influences. Even if Mark Hamill doesn't quite get his vision, Rian Johnson sure boasts some novel sources of inspiration for his segment of Star Wars films. For example, the aerial dogfights and space combat seen in The Last Jedi were at least partially inspired by 1949's 12 O'Clock High, an American war drama about the U.S. Air Force's involvement in World War II. Additionally, 1964's Three Outlaw Samurai has impacted his directing style, meaning that movie's pulpy plot and hack-and-slash sword-fighting action will have a presence among space drama and fancy lightsabers of Star Wars. The film series drawing influence from classic films is nothing new, since A New Hope borrowed from 1954's The Dam Busters and Akira Kurosawa's 1958 film The Hidden Fortress. So while those might not be the most ordinary Muse movies, maybe this means an even truer return to classic Star Wars. Royal cameo. If you were tickled by the news that James Bond actor Daniel Craig had a cameo in The Force Awakens, well, you're in for a royal surprise in The Last Jedi.
There's loads of rumors, man, but it's a hard secret to keep. Royal family in the Star Wars universe? I'm sure they wouldn't be able to keep that secret. I know nothing.
Princess Harry and William were both seen on set goofing around, and actor John Boyega confirmed that Tom Hardy was there as well. Boyega said of the surprise guests, "They were there. I'm sick of hiding it. I think it was leaked anyway. There were images." He took it a step further in November 2017 by telling The Hollywood Reporter that not only would both princes appear as stormtroopers in the film, in addition to Hardy and singer Gary Barlow, but they'd all donned the instantly recognizable armor for the same scene. Scar switcheroo. When it came to Kylo Ren's gnarly facial scar, Rian Johnson has admitted that he moved it simply because it didn't look right back in The Force Awakens. Now it resides on Kylo's right cheek rather than the bridge of his nose. Not because of midi-chlorians, but just because of his own personal preference. It's not exactly universe-shattering canon reconfiguration there, but it's something Kylo Ren fans will certainly take notice of. Codename. Just as Return of the Jedi used the fake working title Blue Harvest to fool autograph-seeking fans during filming, The Last Jedi had its own pretend moniker in play while cameras were still rolling on the film. But instead of holding any clues to the substance of Episode 8, the fake name was simply Space Bear. Yep, Space Bear. That might be some subtle nod to Chewbacca or one of the other furry creatures coming along in The Last Jedi, or the fact that porgs are basically the new Ewoks. Or it might just be Rian Johnson toying with everyone because he can. Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.